guys, welcome to the Costa Rican Ranch. We're up to 57 daily videos in a row now. Got some pellets for you, Big D. Here you go, bud. Big D's getting a lot bigger every day. He's filling out real good. The other one needs to eat more, but she's right behind him. Oh, well, he's right behind him. They're both males. Yeah, they completely cleaned out their pellets from last night. I gave them 3 scoops. So they're doing well. And then clearly, I just saw him earlier. He kept getting out of the fence. Corey and I just fixed the fence yesterday. So he must be getting out around here. Oh yeah. He probably walks right under. He probably walks right under right here because more than enough space right here. Okay. They haven't been drinking as much water as I thought they would be, but yesterday they were out in the pasture and they would go down the lane and drink with the other cows, so I'm not too concerned at all. And all their poop around here has been looking solid. I haven't seen any sign of diarrhea at all. But A7 is starting to fill out a little bit more, but you still can see his rib cage a bit. But I can tell the past few days he is looking better. He's still real skittish when I try to pet him. Let's see what he does. Oh, yeah, I don't want to disrupt the meat. But Big D likes to use me as a scratching post and lets me scratch him. He's real comfortable with me. The last time we were at the auction, we picked up 10 dairy calves and a pure Brahman heifer. And sadly, only 2 of those dairy calves are left. They had some sort of virus that they couldn't get over, and we got them and they were extremely dehydrated and had scurvy. But it was a tough battle. Anyways, I'm going out to look for the Brahman just to make sure she's doing good. I'm sure she is, but I think she should be out in this pasture or the next pasture. Oh, there's Palomino. She's starting to, her knee was hurt. She must have fell in a hole or something, and she's walking on it now, so that's a great sign. It's honestly faster healing than I thought it would be when we first saw her. But she's been in the pasture all on her own for a while now. She's doing a lot better. Figured I'd go take this walk right now, Saturday morning, about 8:30 a.m. before it got too hot today. See some cattle back here. Not too sure if it's them yet. Lately, it's supposed to have been the wet season here in Costa Rica. We're in Guanacaste, and it's been acting more like the dry season. So the grass hasn't been growing good, but the weeds have been growing pretty good. This field's probably about out of grass. Soon we'll have to take the cattle out of them. Out of here. One thing I love about Costa Rican farms is you just see the beautiful pasture, and in the background you see palm trees. and sometimes monkeys. We always hear, we've got a bunch of howler monkeys here on the property. We'll hear them all, not through the night, but at night they'll howl a lot. Cattle are wondering what I'm doing. Now this herd is the older herd, so the Brahman we got it at the auction last time probably shouldn't be in here unless she got in here on her own. So I'm thinking she's in one of the front pastures. Things happen so quickly here on the farm. Corey moves around cattle all the time, especially with the rainy season not raining. We're always scattering to find a pasture with enough grass for them. How you doing, girls? There's the bull. He's like a majestic creature. Here's the rest of the horses. Portacagnes with the black hair. Princess is a lighter colored brown horse. I don't think there's a name for the donkey. Or the white horse. Hey, Portacagna. Well, I might as well walk up to the one of the front pastures. I gotta check in the garden too, see what's growing and what's not. As you can tell by the title of this video, we had a new birth last night or this morning, and we'll eventually have a new bull on the farm. Now that bull, I'm not sure yet if we'll take it to auction, but it'll probably be sold. And then usually what happens on this farm is we keep all the heifers and then we sell all the bulls. So we'll raise them to a certain age to where it makes sense to sell them. They'll get sold, and then we'll buy 2 or 3 more heifers for that one bull. Now we're looking into the process of starting to get all the cattle registered, and registering brings a lot more money. For selling a bull, I couldn't tell you really the weight in kilograms. I can't really remember yet. My brain is still more on pounds, but a 3-year-old bull should bring, depending on the breed, more Brahman breeds, which should bring about $1,200 plus per bull. So we bought that Brahman heifer for $190. So you can do the math of how many times you can multiply, sell the bull, and that was at the auction. Sell the bull unregistered at the auction, and then just buy more heifers. So now I saw an ad that Corey sent me last night through on Facebook, and they're selling registered Brahman, pure Brahman heifers for $2,500 each here in Costa Rica, and they were 8 months old. Now, if you were to buy an unregistered 8-month-old Brahman heifer at the auction, I think a bad price at the auction would probably be $500, $600. That would be you overpaid. But so that's just how much. What is that? Maybe 5 times the amount of money? If I got my math right or wrong, I don't know. That's a lot more money that people are paying for registered here in Costa Rica. So it really makes sense as a business standpoint for us to get everything we can registered so that all the offspring on this farm can sell for a high price. If you know anything about registering your cattle in Costa Rica, please reach out to me and let me know the ins and outs of everything and maybe the best association for that. Right now, I've only found one association, and I believe it's called the SEBA Association or something like that. But I realize that one requires tattoo on the ear and many other things, obviously. But I just like to know the ins and outs of everything and maybe some tips that could help us. And I'm not really sure what questions to ask even. So we're always looking to learn. And as far as registration processing goes, that's what we're new to here. And I'm new to the cattle farming as well. Corey's teaching me everything. He's been cattle farming for a while now. And we just, here on the farm, we do organic pasture raised ranching. So we don't spray any of the weeds. We cut all the weeds. And we've had problems in the past with the cattle getting out, going across the road or across the river to a different property, them eating watermelons or grass that had been sprayed, and then the cattle dying. So that's a real tough thing that we deal with here on the farm, so we always got to make sure that we have enough grass for them. It's really tough when you don't have irrigation and it's not raining in the wet season, so that's kind of what we've been dealing with lately. But if you guys know any information, just comment it down in the comments, and we're always looking to hear and read your guys' comments so we can learn. Alright, there they are. There's some of them at least. Here in one of the front pastures, we've got a bunch of this wooded area that they like to come around. And the house is over here, but they like to come around and eat this grass out over here. There seems to be a decent amount of grass over here. It is getting shorter though. Obviously a lot shorter than the weeds are right now. Right now on the ranch, there's usually just 2 herds, other than the calves and any hurt cows. Well, I take that back. Right now there's kind of 3 herds. The young herd, which I'm in their pasture right now. The older herd, which I was just at. And right now we kind of have a third herd of 3, 4, 5 cows. And those are the cows that might be pregnant. And we've got 1 or 2 of the babies with them now. And I'll show that next after we take a look at the Brahman calf we bought at the auction earlier. But none of these are her. So she must be around the corner or in the woods there, and she's in the woods. I'm not even gonna go find her. But if I don't see her around this corner, that'll be it for today. Well, she must be in the woods over there, so I'll probably end up seeing her come up by the corral to get some water later today. Take a look at her. We always got to be checking our cattle because right now, and I think it's made its way, screwworms has made its way all the way up into Mexico. And right now there may be some traces of screwworms already in America, but we just haven't heard about it yet. And that's why we can't sell our bulls into America right now. We haven't done it in the past yet at all, but that's the plan here soon. But I'm not sure how many years we're going to have to wait. Corey's been talking about the Costa Rican government trying to make flies that will be able to kill the screwworms, because there's, as far as I know, screwworms are carried by certain flies, and they land certain places, and If our cattle or any animals get cut and have an open wound, they can get those like maggots in them, which are the screw worms, and it's flesh eating. And in a matter of 1 day, it could have a small hole in them. 2, 3 days, it could have a big hole in them, and it could be devastating to the animal. But that's why we always have to keep an eye on them. If they ran through some barbed wire and got a little bit of cut on them, we gotta spray them with that. It's a purple spray. It's called Cyprochlor, and that'll kill the screw worms, and it repels bugs. Calves are still in there eating their pellets. That's a real good sign for the health. Now, yesterday I did catch a chicken in there, and we moved them out further away from the chickens, even though the chickens are free range now. At least one of them found their way to that pellet bucket. Well, the pellet feeding trough, I should call it. Very dry. Take a quick look over the garden. Yeah? What does that mean? Just because of the rain? Oh, jeez.
Wow. This grass here, they do grass here.
Yeah, I went out into the back pasture, and yeah, it was looking low. As low as up here.
It hasn't rained since we cut it, so nothing's been back.
Yeah.
Just like that, since we cut that, these leaves don't come back.
Okay.
Nothing new, no leaves, no new trees, nothing.
Yep. Take a quick look at this garden. Yeah, the soil is crunchy dry, which isn't good. Definitely gonna have to water this here. Well, that watermelon was sat on by one of the dogs, so that's definitely gonna die now. Alright, we got some good looking plants in here. That's promising. Some good squash and watermelon here and there. As far as the jalapeno plants, I think we've got about 7 of them. I gotta make sure to keep watering them so they stay alive. But the tomato plants are doing good too. Might have had one die because it got trampled, but that's about it for our garden right now. Now let's go take a look at the newborn. Yep, they're in the shade over there. Yep, born last night or this morning, one or the other. Probably about less than 24 hours. He's looking like he's trying to drink some milk here. It's hard to see him in the shade. I can't really get a better shot than this. Don't want to disturb him. Well, Corey found some eggs, at least 2 eggs earlier this morning. I'm gonna check now and see if we got any eggs. Oh, the chickens are in their pen actually. We've been letting them out. I'm not sure if we're gonna let them out today. We close the pen every night so that no dogs, coyotes, or whatever. I'm not even sure if there's coyotes around here, but so they don't kill them. We'll take a look, see. Lately, the chickens have been eating other chickens' eggs, so as soon as they hatch, we gotta get them, or else they're just gonna eat them right up, and we're not gonna have any eggs. We're lucky if we find 1 egg every other day. Yeah, I saw that. That's good. Ooh, None right now. I'll have to come back later today and see. Well, that's a little bit of a short video today, but that's going to be the end of it. I post daily videos every single day, so subscribe right now and come back tomorrow for another daily video. You'll see what keeping up on the ranch, see what's going on, any new news, any new births. I'll see you guys tomorrow.